Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is the beautiful D Tabakhabambo, and if you are new to this channel, please do stick around and welcome. And to my returning subscribers, welcome, you beautiful things, you beautiful people. Thank you very much for coming back to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, let me remind you that subscribing is absolutely free. Guys, like I said, I'm not gonna stretch this enough, stretch and stress this enough. Please do the right thing, please, okay. So in today's video, I'd like to do a story time. Actually, I did we'll call it a part 1 story time of how I fumbled the bag, and people were like, I'll see, that's not how you fumbled the bag, that's how you met the bag. You didn't take us through the event as to how. There is no how there. There's no how you fumbled the bag, that's how you met the bag. So if you haven't watched my previous story time, please go back to the video and watch it so that you can get a sense as to where we're gonna go with this one. Okay. So this one, we'll call it how I actually fumbled the bag, part 2 of the story time, the one that I did in the first part. Okay, so let me just recap. Let me give you a small recap. Remember, I said I met a guy, I was doing promotions, I was broke, still am broke, it's fine. And then we hit it off. Okay, so me and this guy, we went on the first date and it was nice. We met at this particular point. There was this particular restaurant in Pretoria East, and it's very low-key, but I don't think the restaurant is still there anymore. I don't think so. But anyway, we hit it off. So that time BlackBerry plus location, my network was just horrible. Like network, oh gosh, the BlackBerry, the network, it was just like, So my BlackBerry was giving me the runarounds. And while we were chatting and sitting, he was like, how about I get you a new phone? I was like, you get me? Okay. Guys, men lie. Men lie for sport. Period. Men lie for sport. So I was in that kind of situation where I'm like, nah, okay, if you buy it, you buy it. If you don't buy it, it's fine. But anyway, also on my previous video, I mentioned hore, like you get imposter syndrome. Like imposter syndrome is real, guys, where you feel like you're undeserving of certain things in your life, and when they happen, you like, no man, I don't deserve these things. Guys, I'm here to tell you, please ride in with the wave. The universe is listening to you. The power of the tongue, manifestations, they do work. Don't take these things lightly, okay? All right, so he was scheduled to attend a meeting, go Cape Town on the next weekend. The week that we met, he was like, on the weekend, yeah, Cape Town, for a meeting, but after my meeting in Cape Town, when I come back, I'll sort you out. I was like, okay, cool, fine. We hit it off just fine, and then I went home. He went home, cool. He came back from Cape Town, and we met at our particular spot. So okay, cool, fine. Please don't mind my background. It's something happened there. Okay. All right, fine. He was like, can I meeting to go Santin, but it's just going to take an hour. Let's head off to go Santin, and then I'll sort you out. Okay, cool. We went to Santin. We came back. We didn't go to Diamond Walk. We came back and we stopped at Brooklyn Mall, and then he's like, yeah, let's do a thing. Guys, South Africa, it's just arena excess. People have money, literally, like people have money to just throw it all around like it's nothing to some people. But anyway, it's fine. Mind you, this time we're not driving an Aston Martin, we're driving this Mercedes-Benz. Funny enough, I don't remember the name of this Mercedes-Benz, but it's a very sporty Mercedes-Benz. It makes a lot of noise. It's a mile. And whenever we were driving in that car, like people would, like he would literally get compliments everywhere. More robotong if we parked in the mall, and then we get out. There's always people on this car and they're just complimenting this car. I just don't remember the name, but it's a very, very nice car. Okay, and then we go to the boot. Doesn't this guy pull stacks, modima stack, like there was a bag that he carried, and there was just nearly the like, guys, nearly the literally. And I was there acting cool, like I've never seen money like this in my life before, which was true. I've never seen that amount of money in my life, like naked eye. So no, I've never. Okay, then he gave me 2 stacks. He gave me 2 stacks of money. I think when I counted that money, it was 40-something thousand, like that, like like that. Yo, guys, one thing I'm just gonna tell you is that have a relationship with money, because if you don't have a relationship with money, you are fucked. Literally, you're fucked for this. Okay, cool. Ratana go Brooklyn Mall, and it's like, no, do your thing, and then now I'm just gonna buy like the perfume and stuff. This guy also taught me how to smell nice. Well, not to smell nice, but to, like, when it comes to taking a shower or a bath, like, go the extra mile with smelling good and investing in products which are very expensive, so that you can smell nice. Like, in that scent that you buy becomes a natural scent, if you get what I mean. Okay, cool, fine. I was crazy. I was like, guys, but in my mind I was like, you know what, be calm, be collected, and you need to save a portion of this money. You can't just spend this money in a day. Okay, and then I bought whatever I needed, which I really needed at that time, and I saved the rest of the money. And then he requested an Uber for me to come home because he was rushing off to another meeting. And yeah, you know, one thing I will tell you about our relationship, honestly, more than anything, in the grand scheme of anything and everything, I'm just going to be honest with you, there was no substance other than money in that relationship. Honestly, it was like a transactional relationship. And what I liked about this relationship was that there were no strict rules. This guy didn't make me feel like he owned me, or because he's giving me money I should jump whenever like he's calling me or whatsoever. No, but like we had minor complications here and there, but honestly he didn't make me feel like gamkolota or whatsoever, you know. Anyway, cool. There are a lot of events that have taken place. I remember the first time I went to Sandton. This guy is responsible for me being in Sandton for the first time, honestly, experiencing diamond walk, né? But I didn't buy Gucci. Honestly, now I am not a label queen, but Skyrata Gucci, but no, I'm not. It's not the first thing that comes into my mind when I have money. I'd rather go to Zara, not Gucci, but one day. But I'm planning to one day, you know. I'm not a label queen, a luxury queen or whatsoever. I do love luxury, but a budgeted luxury, something that makes financial sense in my state, in my opinion, in my current situation. Things need to make financial sense. Okay, this one time also we booked go Sandton. This guy was like, have you ever been to Sandton? I was like, no. And now one thing about me, I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I've never been to Sandton because of have you been to Sandton? They sell what, and then I don't know. I avoid. Okay. He was like, have you ever been to Sandton? I was like, no. Let me take you shopping. I'm not taking you shopping. I'm gonna give you money to go shop in Sandton. I'm just gonna give you the experience while I'm meeting you. This guy dropped me go Mandela Square, and he gave me a stack of money. I knew when this guy called me, everything would drop. Like I can't eat or very mo family go tlhokofetse mang ke nya go itse ke a tsamaya ke tsamaya sham. Okay, got to Sandton. He gave me a stack. It's like, baby, do your thing. He gave me, I think it was 15,000 this time, you know. And honestly, I bought shoes, and I think I bought shoes only because I couldn't find what I wanted. This was before Zara came. I think it was, yeah, no, Zara was in South Africa, but like this was the fresh time of our relationship, so I didn't know Zara. But yeah, I did know Zara. So I bought these shoes at this boutique, and up until this day I still have those shoes. And then I took the rest of the money and then I saved it. Ne? Fine, he came to pick me up. How long later, baby, can't they, like, why didn't you shop till you drop? I was like, no, I'm tired. I just came up with an excuse, you know. And he was like, no, I need to buy a few things, so accompany me. Like I mentioned in my first video, that this guy would wear like simple clothing. Honestly, this I think it's a jumpsuit that I saw the store the last time I was in Maine, where he would buy jumpsuits. Fail, like literally, he is also not like a label king. Like I've never seen this guy wearing a Louis Vuitton. I've never seen this guy wearing a Gucci. I've never seen this guy wearing anything like so luxury. Maybe he wears things that I don't know the name of the brands, but low-key, very low-key. And then fine, we went home, we chilled, and then the next day he was like, only short pants. I was like, no, I don't. He gave me another stack of money. He's like, no, yeah, Brooklyn Mall and go buy yourself some shoes and a short pen, you know, so that you can have short pants. And I was like, okay, thank you. Mind you, I still have the money from yesterday. He's giving me more money today, you know. This is when River Island was in the forte. This was when I loved River Island. Like, if you know me, hore, the time I was wearing River Island, this guy was responsible for funding River Island, because guys, you can't be a student and afford River Island. No flipping ways. But River Island had the best clothes in South Africa. Anyway, cool. I bought pants and I bought some jeans, I remember, and then I saved the other money, you know. And we would go like a very longer period without speaking to each other. Would go like 3 months without speaking to each other. But when this guy calls me, guys, okay, and like I mentioned, there was no substance in our relationship other than money. It was a transactional relationship, which I didn't mind at all, because it didn't come with any T's and C's. But how I fumbled the bag was that although I did save money when this guy was giving me money. Oh, also, please, before I forget, whenever I meet this guy, it wasn't even like, it didn't have to be like we're going shopping. He hated malls. He hated like very like public places where you would find people who are overcrowded and stuff like that. And yeah, he didn't like where there's a lot of people, because he was a public, he is okay, past tense, he was a public figure, and a very prominent public figure. So even like, let's really to you wouldn't find us holding hands or being muchi. No. No ways. Another thing, before I forget, this guy was responsible for me being in Stain City. I remember, guys, you know, things, do you listen to about TV? This guy would make my dream come true. Like, I would say, I'd like to go Stain City and like get to experience Stain City. And this one time, his friend was like, no, let's meet for dinner, go Stain City. And it's like, babes, let's go to Stain City. There's this guy who wants to meet me, and we're going to chill, go Stain City. Soft life. Yo, soft life, it's nice. Like, this is before the python or the snake did like into places. Okay, so this guy made me experience Stain City and the life, you know. Like, I could go on and on and on and on and on. And like I said, it was a transactional relationship, and although that I did save sufficient amount of money that I managed to go to school with, some of my fees, and yeah, you know, that was more to it, to the relationship. How I fumbled the bag going to that point is that as much as I saved, I wasn't thinking of something that's going to sustain me. Okay, fine, I saved for an educational funding or whatsoever, so that, you know, at some point he even funded me school, the buga and whatsoever, and he even wanted me to move schools, and he's like, no, I will get you an apartment. But because of imposter syndrome, being naive and fear, because in my mind I was like, yo, like okay. So yeah, guys, I didn't buy a car, I didn't buy something that was going to sustain me, because of now I'm enjoying the life that this guy has introduced me to. And then if this guy leaves, like, I'm done, which I am. No, I'm not, okay? I'm not. So yeah, hence I was saying, guys, I'm sorry for rambling in and out of the topic, the story time. What I liked about it, like I mentioned, Hori, there was no terms and conditions, there was not wear like this, don't wear like this, there was not he was not controlling, honestly. It's just that this guy, Nalena, we were both stubborn, ne? And he would want me to listen to him all the time when he was speaking. You know, I know someone would say, ah, gosh, even if, but we, like, the relationship be dissolved, like, completely. This one time I was in Pretoria, and what happened? This time I was in Pitori, man. And then Kamufonela, and he's like, no, I can't pick you up. But in the midst of, within less than 5 minutes, I was like, no, I've changed my mind, don't pick me up. And then Angwala say Engwekan go WhatsApp. I will. So come on, blue tick. And then this guy also had the submarining, you know. There's gaslighting, that's submarine, like when someone has done you shit and then they come back to you like nothing ever happened, like it's normal. So Lina, I was pulling that more in, because I remember this one time go this particular hotel, and he didn't send me money to book in the meantime, and Ali busy. And then he doesn't even communicate. Lina, guys, get a problem with communication. Please communicate with me, because of, like, the worst thing that could happen when we're supposed to is that you don't answer your phone. Or don't you're making me very anxious and nervous, because of, like, you're not saying anything. Why are you not saying anything? So this guy once stood me up, but didn't literally stood me up. Like, he came like 7 hours later or 5 hours later, and he acted like nothing was wrong. I was like, this one is taking me for a poos. This one is taking me for a poos. And he didn't even apologize. One thing also about this guy that annoyed me was he never apologized for anything. You know, if you watch Level M, like the reality show, he was giving me Level vibes, like condescending and not apologizing when you're wrong, and not owning up and not taking accountability. I know you have the money, but come on, please. Show up, Nyana. Show that you're a human and you considerate of other people, okay? So yeah, guys, we can safely say I didn't really fumble the bag. I moved on from the bag. I mean, thinking about it, if, you know, I was still in that situation, I could have done a lot more for myself. But one thing about those kind of relationships is that I don't know what he felt like, honestly. Because this guy, we've never told each other that we loved each other. There was no I love you. Mind you, we dated for like 4 years. 4 years, if I combine it together, it was like a year, because I would see him, sometimes I don't see him, which I didn't mind because of there was no commitment, there was no titles to our relationship. Even when I introduced her to his friends, he would say okay, which I was fine with it. I'm cool. Okay, so it's safely to say I didn't fumble the bag. I just moved away from the bag. Maybe the bag, if the bag was meant for me, the bag would still be here today, but the bag clearly was not meant for me. So yeah, I really hope you did enjoy the story time, although I was rambling and mumbling whatever. Please, need I remind you, subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please like this video. Okay, so yeah guys, thank you very much for watching my videos. I'll see you on my next video.